and welcome back to another episode of Truly Bedrock, episode number 85. We're going to be doing a tour today of all of the things I've worked on this season. All of my finished projects, all of my abandoned projects, all of the things I took part in making. We're going to be touring. So I haven't done a tour in a long time on Minecraft here, so it's a little bit weird for me. I might miss one or two things as well. I don't know. I'm gonna check back my video titles and stuff to make sure I'm trying my best to get everything. But no, I'm gonna run over to the community village first, I guess. We're over the base now. I'm gonna actually go show off the things that we built in all of the communal areas first. So let's go to the community village. This might actually be the longest episode of Truly Bedrock I've ever made. I don't know, we'll see how it goes. I don't want it to be any more than an hour, so we're gonna rush through here. A lot to show you. The first thing I built, here we are over the community village. The first thing I built was these slum-looking houses over here. They were supposed to be for the Season 0 members. There was a house for every member. There's 10 houses here. And berries, I remember, were new in the update. They spam berries everywhere as well. No doors. I replaced the doors a silly amount of times. Zombies kept busting them down though. And I also planned on decorating them, the insides, but I never got around to doing it. But that's the first thing I built. I actually still like the way they look. A little bit janky, but I like them. We go around here then. I was trying to fill space. So I just built these random sort of villages. There's 2 of these I built here. So there's no doors. Again, the inside's not decorated. I always planned to, but I never got around to doing it. Here's my horse as well. Horse's face. Not sure where I got him from. I think maybe he was someone else's that they abandoned and I kept him. I don't know. I can't remember. Yeah, none of these decorated. Super simple looking houses. I like them though. So I did the exact same thing then. A little bit later in the season, I went behind the slums around here and built another village, similar sort of style. Got no doors, got no decoration inside. Again, I like the way these houses look though, and that sums up my community village builds over here. There is a lot going on I've not seen yet. I've not looked into yet. I don't know what's going on there. That's new. The new house here. I don't know what's going on there. There's this massive towers with our faces on it. Look really cool. They're new too. And there's a ridiculous amount of new things in this area that I've not seen as well. But anyway, there's my builds over at the community village. We're gonna go over to the shopping district next, I guess. Here we are. Here's the shopping area. So there's a lot that went on over here. We were like a parasite to the shopping area throughout the season. There was tons going on, but I'll show you my actual shops before we get into that. So up here we have my first ever shop on Truly Bedrock. I built a big glass block, and we were obviously selling glass blocks. I don't know, does it have stock still? It does. Yeah, we were selling glass. We were originally selling dyed glass as well. I had some other barrels laid out with every color glass what I was supposed to. I had like half of them filled and the rest said come in soon. And I never did get the other ones stocked up. So I took out the dyed anyway and I just started selling regular glass. I got rid of the dyed option. So we just got those barrels in the middle selling regular glass. My first ever shop though, and you can see the pattern on the floor here. I kind of went with the same sort of theme for the bottom as my base, if you've seen at the start, with all of the green and the white and stuff going on. So our other shops, we gotta fly to get to the next ones. We have got 3 balloons here. I guess let's start at the top. I built a raid farm and I started to sell all of the different things from the raid farm. So we got the yellow balloon that sells totems. There's no point landing in them, but that sells totems. That one sells books, and that one sells emeralds. Built the green one first. The purple one came a little bit later, and then it took me a long time to get the totem one up. That's really recent, actually. And then if we go over here next to my glass shop, I actually tried to buy things here. So I set up a truck. Now, this is a long story, okay, but I was buying turds. Okay. If you've not watched, oh, there's a pillager, jeez. If you've not watched my whole season, then you might be confused. But I was buying turds with brown dye, and no one ever did this. I'm gonna go over here. No one really ever did this. Got some random little bits here, beefy turds. But I put diamonds in here, and I was wanting people to sell me brown dye. And someone came over here, and they did this warning biohazard, and they put this stupid tape around it. Yeah, no one really did that. So like I said, we were a parasite over here. We were doing all sorts of crazy things throughout the season. One of the things I did in the early days was DB had a raid farm, and he was selling things here at this market stall, and I actually copied his market stall block for block right next to his, and I was selling like the exact same things. That was way back. He built the raid farm, and then I built the raid farm. I just thought it'd be funny to do that. What else did I do? We go over here. I got a carpet where I wanted people to just donate things to me pretty much. There was a RAL member struggling to keep hold of his/her things. Please contribute anything you have to put a smile on his/her face and yours. So I was dying a lot way back, and it didn't really stop throughout the season of dying, but I was dying a lot at the time, so I built this carpet. People could come over here, they could drop something in for me, and then I had this trapdoor around here. We could go down and we could take the things people donated. There's still a load of things I didn't take. But yeah, that was a thing I did. What else did I do? There was more. I technically own this piece of land here as well. I think it was Prowl's at first. This little plot. It was Prowl's, and I bought it off him. And I built a subscription-based shop where people could subscribe, pay me monthly, pay me something monthly, and they'd get care packages every month then. But it was a pain to keep up with, so I stopped doing it. There was also a whole big thing with trucks. If you haven't watched the series, then I kept bringing these black trucks over here. You'll see them later on over the base. Kept bringing these black trucks over here, undercutting other people's shops. We were doing stuff like half price, parking right outside people's shops and stuff. And throughout the season, there had to be like 20 trucks total or something. And me and Liara actually tried to use those trucks, one of those trucks, to go to the moon at one point. That was a whole big thing as well. Okay, here's our ramp there, and yeah, we still got some things out here. We were trying to undercut Best Blue. There was a truck parked here for a little bit. We were selling redstone based things here. Does look like we sold like anything. But that was a thing. I think that's everything over at the shopping area actually. There might have been a few little silly things I did still. But yeah, I've showed off all of my bills. Let's go over to the gaming area next. This place didn't really get a whole lot of attention this series. We didn't do a very good job at filling it up. But I do have one game over here. I finished it like yesterday for me. I finished it yesterday for me. Really late in the season now. But we have one game over there. It's called Poop Scoop. If you didn't see last episode when we finished it up. And the idea is that you have to pay 2 iron to get in, and then you have to run through the doors, pick up as many turds as you can before the turds stop falling from the sky, and and then you come back out and you can swap your turds for prizes in here. So I started this like 6 months ago or something crazy like that. The doors will open in a sec. It's got a 25-second timer before the door opens. But I started this 6 months ago, only finished it yesterday. I feel really bad. No one's really gonna play it, but it's ready for the world download when that is eventually a thing. No, the turds are gonna start falling. There's minecarts underneath us, and they're gonna try and pick up the turds before we do. Most we can get is 17 per game. Most I've got is 14 in a game. I did manage to get Liara to play it last episode as well. That's good. We didn't, at least someone played it. It's gonna be over in a sec. Now the door will close. There we go. Game is over. How many did we get? We got 11 that time. So they can, people can run outside and go to the stand here. They can swap for prizes. The book says what everything what everything costs. Yeah, so it's just the one game from me, from the gaming area, sadly. But we're inside the Navajo hub now. I didn't really help build this. This was all Zloy XP pretty much, I think, for the most part. But we're gonna go and we're gonna run around the server now looking for some projects that I've got scattered around. Not like community area specific things. First thing we're gonna go see is our chicken farming area. I needed eggs at one point for something. I didn't need chicken. I needed eggs though. So I built a area here for farming chickens. There's one chicken cooker down here. Inside that chocolate egg, we got pranked. But no, I never actually ended up getting any of this chicken out of the chicken cooker. It didn't have time to fill up with chicken. I kept taking all of the eggs. So the eggs fill up first. Oh, actually, now it's filled up. And then we start getting chicken from it. But I kept taking the eggs before I had a chance to actually give me chicken. But here's the chicken farming area. This is kind of recent-ish, I think. The decorating for it is anyway. The next thing I want to show you are my scams. So this is like the perfect thing. Scammers are doing it wrong. They need to be less cloak and dagger about it all. Just tell people what they're doing because I built a scam and then I told people to come to it. I told them it was a scam and everything, and they still did it. So I built 3 of these things. We're going to continue these into the next seasons. We're going to do scam 4 next season, whenever that starts. So here's scam 1. The first one, what did we do? Oh, we made people give us 3 diamonds and then we gave them 2 back. So they put 3 in this chest and 2 would pop up, so we'd take 1 diamond, right? That's what we did there. The next one, what did we do in this one? Oh, we made people bring their enchanted picks over to this one, and then they dropped the enchanted pick into the chest and they'd get a unenchanted pick back. So we took their enchantments from them. The third one then, this is pretty recent. We made it so people had to give us iron or gold ingots and they would get a iron or gold ore back from it. This is the only one that's still working. I turned the other ones off. They don't work right now. But yeah, there's my scams. Actually really had a lot of fun doing these. We're a couple of 100 blocks away from the base. There's the trees for the truck graveyard. You can just about see a little bit of the base there. But we're a couple 100 blocks away anyway. And over here we have a green looking doorway thing. This is marked as my best XP farm or something. Best XP farm and supporter hold. So this is actually a trap, right? We were supposed to try and kill Prowl with this. I was really mean to Prowl this season, constantly doing things like that to him. I can't remember why I did this one, but we sent him over here. I can't remember how. Oh, I got one of my viewers to tell him to come over here actually, and and he did. He came over here. He'd come through this doorway, and there's a tripwire hook right there, and there was scaffolding at his feet. So once he tripped the wire here, there was pistons. I don't know if you can see them, but there's 2 pistons down there that would take out the legs of the scaffolding and break all of it we stood on, and it worked. He walked in, he tripped the wire, he fell down, but he had his elytra on, and he saved himself. There's also like a ton of spiders down there at the time, but he saved himself. He had his elytra, he hit the floor. He must have had feather falling or something. The spiders didn't take him out in time. He flew up and went into that hole there. Saved himself. So it worked and it didn't work. We actually got the recording in one of our videos. He let us use the clip of him falling in our video. So the thumbnail, if you want to go watch that, it's just of the door here. It's easy to find on the channel, but no, that was a load of fun to do. It was a rush though. I remember it was a big rush to get that done before he came over. Okay, we're back over at the shopping area really briefly because I almost forgot about something. So remember that ramp I told you about that me and Liara tried to use to go to the moon? Well, she made it to the moon. I fell out and I whacked my head and lost my memories. It was a big thing. It was great. It's pretty recent actually. But I wandered off this way and started my season over again. Pretty much. DB's online right now. We're neighbors with DB over here. But no, this is where this is where we started over. I built a treehouse over there. And just slowly built the place up. I loved that whole thing. Episode 77 to episode 80 was like my favorite thing I've done this season. It was, I just had so much fun doing it. But here's my treehouse. It says he started treehouse. We started over at episode 77. Here we got a super smelter there. Liara tried to snap us out of it, smashing our truck through the gate and stuff, through the wall. It was a whole big thing. So we have a super smelter. We can walk up to this. We can throw our things to cook in there. And we can throw our fuel in there. And then we can go over to the little area where stuff would pour out of the furnace and pick up our things that have cooked in a barrel down there. What else did we have in this area? We got a fishing plot. If I go behind the treehouse, there is a hole. Takes us down to our zombie spawner. I think it's a double zombie spawner actually. I wanted an XP source, an automatic XP farm. Go down here, and it's not crazy decorated. We were supposed to take bookshelves back over here to build an enchanting setup. I never did it. We flick this really quick. It's super janky. Trident goes back and forth, kills the zombies, and then the XP comes out the hole there, and then we could enchant if we got the book set up. We got another portal there. Yeah, that set of 4 videos were definitely like my favorite thing. Hopefully I'm not forgetting anything over here. But here's my treehouse. Anyway, inside the treehouse we got storage there. We got storage there. We got our crafting table there. We got a furnace up there. We got our first starter tools. Got Axo, we got Pico, got Sordo, we got an armor stand guy there. We have our bed. We go up our ladder. We can sleep there. And we'll pop out perfectly, start going down the ladder in the morning as well. And we have ropes off down the side. We can jump off, land on a bed. I just love this place. We got little areas up in the other trees as well we can go to. We can't go to that one. We can go to this one though. We can climb up these. I don't know. I just really like this area. There wasn't enough storage up in the treehouse as well, so I ended up just dragging a ton of barrels out here and dumping things in them. Oh, we've got a few animals over there that I never bred as well. We did have sheep, but I don't know where they've gone. We've got 2 cows. I was supposed to breed those up and get leather so we can make the enchanting setup. I wish I did more terraforming over here, because the little bit that I did do, I actually really liked. I like what I did around the sides of the walls here. We just didn't carry on inside the area. We just we did this side here, but I mean we didn't continue it off down here. I just kind of run out of time sort of with this area. But there is episode 77 starter base right next to DB's area back there. Next thing I want to show you is my creeper only farm and squid farm here. So this was actually a squid farm first, and then it was a creeper only farm later because yeah, I really needed ink for over at my base. We got a ton of black concrete, so I built a squid farm down there. We did a perimeter on the ocean so we didn't get stuff spawning in the water underneath. Got a big body of water there, so that's where our squid spawn, that's where our fish spawn. And then I figured we just build a mob farm here, so while we're AFK and getting squid, we can also AFK and get other things. Currently we're not getting a lot of mobs, don't know why. This thing actually works pretty good. it works pretty good. If we AFK in this box, we can close ourselves in there. Minecarts are missing at the minute. They kept going missing like a lot. Really annoying to replace these because there is 8 minecarts. Oh, there's one still there. There's 8 minecarts we had to replace every time. So that's 40 iron, and then there's a hopper in there too. So it's 80 iron every time I wanted to replace all of these, which isn't fun. The items then from the creeper only farm get collected by the minecarts obviously, and they wrap around to this thing here which fires out the gunpowder, drops it into a water stream, and drops it on top of this giant chest here. And we got hoppers then underneath the carpet on the roof, which will pick the items up and drop them into our storage system in here. So again, it worked really good. I cleared it out at one point like a month ago, and I haven't used it since. But that's where we collect that stuff, and where we want to go and collect this stuff from the squid farm. We go in here. This was actually my sporter hole at one point, but I changed it. The armor stands are actually still tucked away back here. But I changed it. We got our supporters somewhere else now. Let's fill that in. Actually decorated this somewhat recently. It's not crazy cool looking or anything in here either, sadly. But no, we get cod from it, tons of cods. We get tons of salmon from it. We get tons of bones from it. Tons of ink from it. This thing works really, really good. Really, really happy with this area. This area was actually supposed to be my second base at one point. But I changed my mind. I decided just to have the creeper only farm and the squid farm over here. I was originally going to do a whole bunch more. But yeah, I like the way it turned out anyway. I'm happy with this area. It works great. Let's go somewhere else. Back in the hub now, and here is my tunnel. Got some things around my base area. Got a truck graveyard there. The next one is our base. Tiz's base, and we go around the corner here. So you remember over in the shopping area I talked about having loads of trucks. If you haven't watched the series, then I made it's called Old Truck HQ. We made a second truck HQ, but we needed an area to do business things. Over here, I got destroyed though. But no, I had my truck set up here. We had 3 trucks, I think, when I was set up in this area. We got a little office thing, trucks and stuff HQ. It's got no wall over there now. But no, it was all nice and colorful in here. I think I had, is it still here? I hid snowballs in the floor. Yeah, I hid snowballs just in case someone turned up, so we can smack them with it. We go upstairs. I think I actually had like a wall. So I haven't been in here for so long. Done nothing, I think. Oh, so these are the people that haven't done anything to me yet at that point in the season. Here's my hit list. This is the people that did something to me. I had to get back for some reason. And these are the people that I already hit. So, that's nice to see that again. But no, this place, it got hit by a moon rock and destroyed it. That's great. Actually really, really close to the base now. When I first built it, it's pretty far away from the base. We were on a realm at the start, actually. So you couldn't even see the base from here, I don't think. But the base slowly got bigger and bigger, and now it's like right next to the truck HQ. So that is, I think that's all of the little things that I finished around the server. There are a couple of unfinished projects. I'll show you those at the end, but I guess we'll go off to the base now. Actually, no, the truck HQ. Let's go to the truck graveyard. Sorry, let's go to the truck graveyard. I guess we go for here. This is actually pretty recent as well. I had just navajo tunnels, but I changed it so it matched the rest of the Zloy's tunnels he made. So this is the truck graveyard. We got the truck HQ, and then people were destroying my trucks slowly throughout the season because they were getting mad at me. So I made a place for the broken trucks to stay. And it was like a proper scrapyard. I was coming over here and I was taking parts off these trucks. You can see there's like floating bits here. I actually took the black concrete at one point for something. Same here, there was black concrete. I took all the black concrete. I was just started to slowly take little bits off everything here. There was also a polar bear pet I had in this boat, but it must have despawned. Because obviously it's not there now. It was called Heckin' Big Woofer. So there was a whole big thing with that. Okay, I wanted Prowl to give me a dog. He owed me a dog. He never got me a dog. He got me a polar bear. It was a big thing. It's called Heckin' Big Woofer. And I put him over here at the truck graveyard as like a security dog. And yeah, he's gone now. That's really sad. He was in this boat. Got 2 donkeys in there now. Gonna be showing you some things that I just completely abandoned next, I think. So first one is, you remember I just went to the truck HQ? It said old truck HQ on the sign. Well, I was building another one. I started to build another one, and I just completely abandoned it. I spent 1 episode on this place, and yeah, I just didn't want to do it. after that, I decided to just not continue doing it. So we had the original truck design that I wanted to change at one point. Here's the new design. The blocks are all completely messed up. Some reason the dark prismarine blocks, like we had these but blocks, turned into prismarine blocks instead of the dark version. So I don't know what happened there, but it just completely changed the blocks on the truck. And the buttons are all over the place here too. But no, that was gonna be the new truck design, and it looks really, really messy with it all being changed, but I didn't like how complicated it was. Like, I really liked how simple our trucks were. They were easy to throw up, they were easy to do stuff with. This was just a pain. So I didn't end up doing it. I just lost all motivation for this area and the new truck idea. But we're gonna be able to go into the back of these and be able to buy or sell things out of the back of them. Yeah, I just completely abandoned this at one point. This was, I think, like 6 months ago now. I did this, episode 30 something, I think. And there's also this little car thing, again, all messed up. But this was Zap's originally. I stole it. We're gonna do something with it at some point. I started to plot out the whole area. We got a fence around it. We got some building plots placed down there. But just I left that. Didn't do anything with it. Just didn't wanna mess with it. So that was the new truck HQ. We never finished. Back into the Never now. I'm above the Never hub. This was supposed to be my own Never hub. Here. It was for me and the other two foxes, Rogue Fox and Foxy. It sounds really cringy. We were supposed to have like a foxhole hub thing. Right on here we had a meeting room as well, but never used this place. We got free chairs for all of us. We had an area here we could discuss ideas. This doesn't even work now. I don't know what's going on. Pistons are broken somehow. But we're gonna discuss ideas, things we would do on the realm, on the server. Never took off though. I just completely lost interest again after the first episode here. We were gonna have tunnels going off to everyone's bases. This was go to my base. We would then have little holes in the floor where we drop down into the actual hub. And we'd have slime blocks that would push us back up into our hub. This was like a fox den. Really, really cringy sounding. Never did it though. Just didn't want to do it after the first episode again. Decided to stop working on it. The last thing I want to show you is my base, I guess. We're flying away from the base for a minute though, because I want to show you my potential base locations that I had. So when we started the season, we had a circle plotted out on the map, and all the way around the edge of the circle we had plots then. So this was one of the plots here, and we had our name pulled out of a hat to place on one of those plots, and this was my plot that I got, and we decided though that we were all too far away. The circle was way too big, so we decided to make the circle a little bit smaller. So as a result, my plot got dragged in, obviously down here a little bit more, and this was going to be my spot down here. Slack's been using this area to chop trees. This is my area over here. Big witch hut's going to start to load in right there, and yeah, it was a swamp biome with a smaller witch hut, and which Slack wanted. I had no interest in building a witch farm in this season, so yeah, me and Slack decided to trade places, and my area is now right over that way. Just loaded up a creative copy of the seed here, a fresh version of the seeds. Just have a look, and there's my plot. This is the plot we got from Slack. It's got a raid farm down there, which I almost gave away to Silent Whisperer at one point. I said to Silent, you can have it. I don't plan on making a raid farm. And he said, no, it's going to be a big, ugly-looking farm outside your base. So he didn't end up taking it. Luckily, he didn't, because I ended up using it. And yeah, this is my plot anyway. So weird looking back at it. So I don't know where to start over here. There's a couple of things I haven't showed you. Either on camera, I've been working on things during live streams and just off camera, working away, trying to get things done. But no, we started Truly Bedrock Season 1 about a year and a month, or a year and 2 months ago. Now it's about a year and a month, I think. But yeah, the plan for the base, the idea is that we have this machine in the middle of the base that is taking nature back from Minecraft. So it's taking all of the green, all of the dirt, all of the grass, all of the trees or whatever. It's taking it away and leaving nothing but black here is the idea of the base. So where should I start? I guess should we go up here then? This is the entrance to my base, the machine, from the hub. The hub pole takes you to these poles up here. And we did have a mob farm, a few mob farms around up here. There was terrible mob farms though. We had like 3 block strips in between. It was really bad. We had yeah, these were mob farms on the ends. I broke them out though, and I just added the nether portal back there. It made it look pretty with these beams going through. And yeah, this is just the entrance to the base now, pretty much. We do have a tube here which takes us from the bottom all the way up to the top there. And if I fly around, I built a earth up there as well, so it's like the idea is to take all of the planet. Maybe it'd be cool to do a little spot on the planet as black. Like we could take out this and add a black bit of concrete to say that that's where we are on the planet. Maybe that could have been cool. Didn't do it though. It was also my birthday pretty recently, and Liara came over here and added some balloons around it as well. Got a minecart track up here, which I can't remember why I even did this. We have a minecart track that takes us around it. When we hit that, it's just gonna keep going around. And yeah, that's the top here. There was my birthday, like I said, so there's cake over here as well. Right there. If we go down to the bottom, this beam is a massive, massive water elevator. There's a big hole as well. I'll explain that in a minute. If we can go back up to the top from here, it takes us like a good 30 seconds to get to the top, I think. I don't know. And here we are. We're about to come out the top. There we go. So yeah, this is just my entrance to the base. This top part is the center point, I guess. I don't know what you'd call it. But I'm really happy with the way it turned out. I think it looks really pretty. Got glowstone going down the middle of these beams. I didn't do it obviously in this one. There wasn't enough room. There is no way to get down. There was no way to get down for like the longest time. Killer Drone kept complaining to me. There was no paths around, so I made this book here. It explains how to how to get around my base, how to survive Tiz's base. So if we want to get down, if you have no elytra, then you gotta fall down here. And there is slime blocks down there that we bounce on. And yeah, so we made a way to get around. Down here then we have some single platform slime farms here. We got snow golem and the slime spawn on these pads. They go off, they jump on these magma blocks, they die. There's hopper minecarts underneath which will take the slime and put them in these chests. Didn't really use these slime a whole bunch, to be honest. Hardly needed slime this season. But that's the thing. And then if we want to get out of this hole, so I dug this hole out because I was planning on doing a mob farm down here, because I came from Java Edition, and on Java Edition mob farms work where the mobs look for the lowest platform to spawn on, lowest spot to spawn on. On Bedrock it doesn't work like that, and I didn't know until I already started digging this out. So I just kept digging, and I figured I'd add it as a thing for the base here. If you want to get out, then we've got these water elevators on every side. We go up to soul sand, right? Go up here, and it takes us to another room. Anyone willing to kill me? Stream wants it. Uh-oh. So then we come out. We're in this room here. I added arrows because I kept running into the wrong one. I kept doing that. So arrows save me a little bit of time. That one takes us back down. And we got a staircase then. If I must, there we go. We don't have to do it. And then we got a staircase here. Takes us up to the top. So I don't think I'm going to show you all of these farms, because a lot of them is just the farms sat in the room. Look. Just plopped in the room. I decorated it with this box thing. There's nothing not much decorating going on the inside though. So I might not show you all of these, but this is the pickle one. I have a bunch of other micro crop farms in this one here as well. There is a bee farm in that one. My smelter is in this one. I have villagers over here. I'm not going to show you inside any of these, I don't think, actually. I have my villagers stored in that one. Cactus farm in there. I have a iron farm right there. That is a design from Mr. BJW. I made a lot of these things myself. A cactus farm's super easy anyway. But the honey farm, I actually have a tutorial for my bee farm in there on the channel. I also have a tutorial for my pickle farm on the channel somewhere. All of these super simple stuff did to myself as well. The micro crop farms in here I did myself, but I don't have a tutorial for these. Sadly, they are super simple things though. Look, it's not really decorated in here, so I don't I don't want to show you the inside of all of these. I do have a sheep farm right there as well. Again, inside's not decorated. Here's the raid farm that you've seen. The pillage outpost was that tower right there. I tore it out and I just built that structure around it. So we got a big drop to kill all of the mobs here. I wanted to do something like this just to kill the beasts really quick. So they don't survive the fall. The beasts fall down there, they die super quickly. The wave's over really quickly. I have a tutorial for this if you want to check it out on the channel somewhere. So we go in here. Do I want to share how this works? This is a tutorial on the channel anyway. I have storage down here though. I actually decorated this kind of recently. Over here is where we get Bad Omen, or we can turn on the machine to get Bad Omen here. That's where we kill the pillagers. Over here is where we do all the storing of things. Got chests there, we got chests there, got chests on every side. There is the raid farm. I rebuilt this thing so many times this season, like a silly amount of times. I spent like 10 episodes on this over the course of the season, pretty much. About 3 different designs, 10 different videos on it. There's the raid farm though. We also have some numbers dotted around the base. So we got the 75. That is how many live streams I did on Truly Bedrock Season 1. We did 75 live streams over on Twitch. So I figured we'd make a little number on the base to mark that down. And also, if I turn around, we've got a 86 right there. So next episode is actually going to be my last ever video for Truly Bedrock Season 1. So I figured I'd dot that down ready. We've got 86. Episode 86 will be my finale. Over there, also have my supporter area over here. We built a big armor stand. And we've got all of my patrons, all of my channel members, and a couple of Twitch subs that we grandfathered over here. We no longer add Twitch subs to the supporter area. Some pillagers over there. Let's quickly go in here. This is my storage room. So I knew when I was building this, people were going to get stuck in here. I was building my slime block launcher here, and I said when I was making it, someone's gonna come in here, they're gonna get stuck. And Foxy No Tail spent like 10 minutes trying to get out. See if we can do it first try here. You gotta walk forward and turn like that to get out. People though, they just run. It's not gonna work. No matter which way you run from, you have to go forward and click sideways a little bit with it. But this is my storage room anyway. Got all the things stored in here. We got a silly amount of things in here. That one's actually pretty empty. We got tons of things stored though. So we're making good time here. We're about 40 minutes into the tour. There's not a whole bunch left to show you now. I can only see 2, 3 things over here maybe at the base that I want to point out, and then we're done with the world tour. So first one is over here. We have a area where we just ignored. We didn't do the black concrete over it. I mean, so there's a shop over in the shopping area. Killer Drone and Jesse own it, and you give them coordinates to something that you want them to pretty up, and yeah, they'll eventually decorate it. So I seen it as an opportunity to mess around. I built a dirt hut here and give them the coordinates to it and got them to decorate it, and this was what came from it. So I was, at one point, I think I remember mentioning that I was going to just rip right through it. I was going to tear it out because the base was going there. But I eventually decided to just ignore the build here and go around it to the black concrete. So I built a circle around it, and yeah, we just ignored the dirt there. That's the one place in between this black concrete that we didn't remove all the green from, I guess. The natural green. Next thing I want to show you over here, we have Bird Turd Mountain, I think is what we called it. This was super recent. Last episode we built this. So it wasn't that long ago at all. Got all my parrots up here that were named during live streams by viewers. Turd. This is welcome to Bird Turd Mountain. So I thought it would be a fun idea to have them set somewhere, and eventually throughout the season, we knocked one off. Eventually throughout the season then, a turd mountain would slowly build up, but I never got around to doing it. So last episode I just built up the whole mountain, got it done, and yeah, that's what we ended up with. So the last thing to show you isn't all too pretty. Again, go over here, they've got this mess right here. So me and Silent way back nearly a year ago now decided to try to get some beacons by using the stray glitch. If you have a charged creeper kill a stray, and they'll drop wither heads. They'll drop wither skeleton heads. So this was our horrible looking machine thing we built. We would trap the strays down in a hole down there. There's a pig down there. And then we'd have a charged creeper somewhere where we'd set it off down here or something. It's just I don't know why I wanted to show you that. It's just people use this a lot, and then I decided to do this. Read if you want to use. So I tried to charge people to use it then, because people kept coming over to it and using it. Got used a good few times. It says, Tiz, have noticed that half the server have been using this majestic machine to get wither skulls. Silent and I, in brackets Tiz, require 1 diamond per use. Place payment in the barrel and Tiz will share with Silent at some point. I thought that was funny. No one paid though, no one used it after I started to charge people for it. Oh, I nearly forgot, but we got the trucks parked out over here as well. I got a bunch of trucks built up, and we did a truck apocalypse recently. We went over to the shopping area with 11 trucks here and undercut like everyone, and before that happened I had them parked at the side of the base, and I liked the way they looked. So when I was done with them over at the shopping area, I decided to bring them back to sit at the side of the base here. So this, I think that's everything. I might have missed 1 or 2 things, but I'm pretty sure for the most part that is everything I've showed you here. So that is the world tour done, I guess. I'm sorry if I missed something. Anyway, I think we're gonna make an area here to leave my things in, I guess. So if you get the world download, if you want to check out what I was carrying in my ender chest, if you want to check out what I was carrying on my person when I ended the season, if you go down my tunnel, my base is right there. Just keep going right at the end. We're gonna leave a sign right around there saying Tiz's things. And yeah, I'm gonna empty out my ender chest into these chests here. I'll empty out my person. Hang up all of our things for the season. This is it's pretty sad. I'm gonna get that going though. And there we go. I'm gonna run over here quickly. Dump this stuff we don't care about through the pool. Yeah, I got too many chests. We just got a double chest here. I think we could probably fit it all in one single double chest, but we got them split up like that. Ender chest items are in this one. Stream named all of my shulker boxes that were in my ender chest, so I had that in my ender chest as well, the signs saying that. So I added that in there. We got my shield, my anvil, a couple of other signs there as well. This is now totally empty. Inventory is totally empty. There's my on-person items here. I've laid them out all pretty. Armor in the middle, tools, armor, all the things there. So I think we're gonna wrap up here for today's episode then. Thank you so much for watching. Again, thank you so much for all of the support, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.